essay I wrote for my language arts class. It's on a subject that nobody really talks about. It's called the fallacy of Photoshop. A teenager gets invited to a pool party. She doesn't want to go. She hates her body and would feel very uncomfortable. Could it be because every day she sees false and altered images of really skinny models? She feels she should be like them, as skinny and fit as them. Most people don't know that almost every advertised image of a person has gone through the process of being photoshopped. They make girls skinnier and more perfect than they already are. They make boys more muscly and fit. The expectation of our generation is that girls need to be skinny and fit and boys need to be buff, just like the models seen on magazines and advertisements. While some people argue that Photoshop and image altering is an art, the truth is it can be harmful to anyone who sees them. All photoshopped images should have a warning label because those images lead to unrealistic body image expectations, eating disorders, emotional problems, and negative effects on people's self-esteem. Photoshopped images lead to unrealistic body image expectations. Many agree the search for perfection drives us to create these unrealistic expectations of how we should look. We see these fake images and want to be like them. We want to be like these super skinny or super fit models shown on the covers of magazines and advertisements all around us. Also, people conclude that Photoshop can contribute to unrealistic body expectations, and unrealistic imagery may serve as a contributor to adolescent health problems. Again, these images we see all around us are not real. They are altered by companies to improve sales and appeal to more people, all the while consumers often don't know that these images are fake. These altered images should have a warning label to expose these unreal images. Photoshopped images can lead to eating disorders and other problems. Girls look at these images, then look in the mirror, and many feel unhappy. A lot of people say, my generation is insecure about our bodies, obsessed with dieting, tainted with high rates of eating disorders, and more. This shows that these images can affect people in many different ways. Other research shows 20% of female and 10% of male college students have or had an eating disorder, and even more suffer from weight management issues. This is a lot of young people whose health is negatively impacted, and it's not just girls. Men are also affected by this issue. Images of super skinny models can make girls want to be just like them. This can lead to eating disorders just like anorexia, bulimia, EDNOS, which stands for eating disorders not otherwise specified. Also, with these eating disorders can come depression and anxiety. Sadly, many teenage girls dislike their body, and these images of super skinny models can be a major contributor to why they feel as they do. These photoshopped images we see all day, all around us, can cause lasting effects on people's self-worth. Although these images mostly affect women, they affect everyone from every background, males and females. So this means that they can affect anyone, not only teenage girls. You look at these images and many believe that the model is perfect. When our bodies don't measure up, we're left feeling hopeless and helpless. Real people aren't perfect. These pictures make you believe that you have to be perfect. If you expect people to like you, these images make people believe that what we are is not good enough because our faces and our bodies don't look like the photoshopped images of celebrities and models. Again, the constant bombardment of photoshopped images can cause unrealistic body expectations, eating disorders, emotional problems, and negative effects on people's self-esteem. This is why all photoshopped and altered images should have a warning label. The images can cause emotionally, physically, and mentally affect anyone. By adding a warning label, people can discover the truth about these images, change the body expectations for many, and minimize the amount of people with eating disorders and decrease the amount of negative effects on people's self-esteem. Because with the warning labels, everyone will discover that these people aren't really as perfect as they seem. Now that you've heard the research, I want to talk about what my experiences with the issue have been. I had a friend who struggled with an eating disorder. She was extremely harmful to herself, and she knew it too. It affected her a lot. She wanted to be skinny, she had goals, but would never be happy with herself.
I have known of many people with eating disorders. I also know someone whose parents struggled with an eating disorder, and that's when I realized eating disorders can happen to anybody. I decided to research some of the causes for eating disorders and found a video that showed the process of Photoshop. The editors completely changed the model, removing her imperfections, and completely turned her into a new person. In conclusion, you shouldn't strive to fulfill the standard of perfection. It's just impossible. Photo editors created this false standard that caused many unnecessary outcomes. I want to change the world by exposing these false images and telling people perfection is not real, just be you. Thank you.